Beep beep. Good morning. It is 8:25 a.m. Um, Today is gonna be a bit more relaxed. I wish I had more things planned, right? Um, Unfortunately, I don't really plan things out as much as I would like to. So, with that being said, we're just gonna be doing some art. I'm gonna warm up here, and hopefully, we'll be able to finish the art piece. I've got plans for later today, so I won't be available this entire day. But Sunday, I will be free. And once I finish this art piece, once I finish the commission, I plan on getting either more gaming stuff done because it is almost the end of July. I know summer is technically ending in August, but anytime I come close to August, I'm like, all right, school year's starting up. We're getting ready, right? And normally I have my Super Mario Sunshine stream. It's normally an annual thing, 2023, 2024, 2025. And of course, now we're in 2026. Today has been it is definitely a bit more heavy. I don't want to say anything bad happened, but I definitely looked in places I wasn't supposed to. But you know, sometimes healing isn't always going to be linear. It's not always exponential. It's not always just one step forward. Sometimes you take a few steps back. Sometimes you fall down. Sometimes you fucking get to the very top of the stairs and then one terrible slip. But as long as you can pick yourself back up and keep trying and keep moving forward, maybe hold the guardrail next time, then you can just keep doing better and you can keep being better. Anyway, with this ever so emotional intro, thank you for joining the stream. I hope you have a snack. I hope you have water. And maybe some coffee. I don't know. I've got coffee. I always have coffee. It's strange to think that I want to say streaming for like 6 years now. What's my badge? 62 months. Yeah, about 5 years. 5 years and 2 months. Based off of my birthday. 2021. That is crazy. Anyway, hi, howdy. We're back in the business. We're gonna do an Akko. I'm sorry, like my brain just completely flattened out. Like someone took a rolling pin to it, essentially. But yeah, we're gonna do an Akko real quick. Reaching the microphone. I'm sorry if you feel the vibrations. Man. It's weird. I had a conversation recently with an important person in my life, and I'm happy to know that they're doing better. That they're still doing healthy things, that they're actually growing and improving overall. Part of me is still upset that we're gonna be separated, right? We're not exactly. Let me turn the music back up a bit, I'm sorry. That potentially we won't be as frequently in each other's lives. With how much time we spent together and how many years have gone by. I also had a conversation with my best friend as well. And I realized that, hey, I'm noticing that a lot of the friend groups that you're in right now have a lot of drama. So I want to just like focus on myself a bit more. I need to isolate, right? And it's not in like the self-destructive, like loneliness kind of thing. It's more of a I need to be on my own for a bit. I need to regulate myself. I need to reorient. I need to refocus on what is actually very important to me, right? And after that conversation with my friend and the other person, I realized I was just basically like giving into inhibitions or things that I would normally never do, right? Things that I don't think a younger me would have considered. Maybe during 2022, maybe 2023, right? Those were my rougher years in life. But they were also rougher because I kept hanging out with people that didn't appreciate me or didn't really, give me the time of day. Or if they did give me the time of day, it was mostly because it was at their benefit, right? What a mess. But I'm out of it again. I'm talking to better people, actually communicating properly, healthily. We're able to like pick apart what we want, what we don't want. And if I have a conflict or an issue with someone else, I'm not just burning bridges anymore. I'm not just like cutting them off instantly or completely. I'm actively making out. I'm actively making out with them now. Yeah. I go to my boss, I have an issue with my pay raise. I just how's that for a performance review, bitch? No, I'm making out ideas and trying to fucking idiot. God. I am sorry. Fucking idea of doing that. Just from enemies to lovers. Jesus. But no. I'm not burning bridges anymore. I'm actively reaching out like, hey, this is what happened. I wanted to give you an option to like understand why I did the things I did and how I felt about it. If you want to talk about it, here's a chance. Let me know what time's available for you so that we can just end this peacefully and amicably. And if you just want to take some time apart, perfect, It doesn't mean we can't be friends anymore after it, right? But if you feel otherwise, I will completely understand and I won't bother you anymore, right? Discussing things as an adult. Essentially. I haven't drawn this fucking Ghostface guy in a good minute. Normally when I've got like complicated issues, he comes up. I'm just hatching experiences, right? God, I should link my therapist to my Twitch streams. That'd be great. Man. I'm sorry. This is already like a heavy start to the stream. But if you are a person that follows me, then you already know, like, this is just Snake. This is just how he does things. Sometimes he's really good, sometimes he's peaceful, sometimes things happen and he gives really... I would assume that I give good life advice. At the very least, I can reflect on it and like speak to others like, hey, don't do this. Speaking from experience. If nothing else, I'm always speaking from experience, right? Or enough experience to guesstimate or assume and average out the pros and cons. Grim is snoring over there. Little cute bastard. It also means he's comfortable enough to fall asleep completely though. Well, that's good. No health complications on his end. But yeah, going back to the isolation thing. I think I'm just gonna limit myself to certain people. Of course my roommate, because we live together. Probably limiting how much I spend time with my best friend. And like 2 or 3 more people, maybe, right? No, 2 to 3 more people would be the bare minimum, I think, because completely isolating yourself is going to be more damaging. There's a complete difference between taking time for yourself, to reflect, to decide what you want to do, to listen to that inner child, to listen to your, you know, how you feel, right? It's a weird thing to say, but you really do have to listen. You have to really focus on yourself. And thankfully, I've got a good moral standing. I've got a good moral ground. It doesn't win all the time, right? Sometimes you make decisions from a place of hurt. Sometimes you make decisions from a place of need. And just because you've like, for me, most of my bad decisions come from the fact that like I've always just been restricting myself, right? Like, well, I've never done it before, so I might as well try it, right? Knowing full and well that people have warned me before, like, hey, this isn't a good idea. You're probably, like, don't stick your dick in crazy, right? That's a fucking phenomenal piece of advice. Have I listened to it? Most of the time I do, right? I'm gonna veer the conversation a bit more, but a different direction, but yeah. As an example anyway, like that's kind of why I want to reorient myself. I want to be better. I want to treat people properly again. Not that I haven't been respecting people. If anything, I feel like I'm doing better with like asking for consent, asking for like, hey, is it okay if I like, help you out with this? Is it okay if I give you a bit of advice on that? Stuff like that. Like, oh, this is really good art. You mind if I give you a little bit of advice here and there? And some people are like, no, I just want to like, I'm happy that you like it. Thank you for offering. I appreciate it. Like, all right, no problem. Well, if it ever comes up to you, I would gladly appreciate any advice or feedback on my art, right? Not that I've been drawing art, but for future reference. Stuff like that. Keeping it open, keeping communications clear. And also like future proofing, like, hey, if it ever comes up to a point like you do want to, by all means, 100% go for it. I live off of feedback, right? I'm kind of wondering if that part of me is also like what got me to be really good with school, because I hated getting anything less than an 80 something. Like 85? I'll take it, but I won't be happy about it. I'll see what I did wrong. And it's probably like 2 or 3 questions. Just barely wrong, right? I'd give an example, but I've been out of school for a good minute. That too. I want to focus my goals financially. Shit, hold on. Geek is playing. Give me a second. Okay, we're back. Sorry. I really enjoyed that song. I had it on a PlayStation 2 demo disc with like another ninja game, Tekken 4, and like I think a little trailer for like some other game, I can't remember. But I know there's like a really cool ninja 3D platformer that let you run up walls and stuff in like a laboratory facility, almost like a armor hanger kind of thing. Really fucking cool stuff. But Tekken 4 on the PlayStation 2, that demo disc was so like my literal favorite thing outside of Spider-Man PS2. Anyway, I forgot what I was talking about. I have not played Klonoa. I know it's a great game. I probably should, but a little time's a little things. どういうキャラわからない。わかりない。わかりない違う。うん。I can't remember what I was saying. Oh, right. Getting my finances together. I want to go to school. I tried college for a little bit through like 2020, but then COVID hit, and that like literally right before I started going to like proper classes and stuff, I was just getting the basic fundamentals down. Like, here's how we're gonna set the schedule. Here's the orientation. Here's the whatchamacallit, here's the teachers that you're gonna be talking to. Getting all the paperwork, getting all the syllabuses and stuff. The syllabuses. And after that, just you know, we had the pandemic came through, and all of it just went to shit. And I get it was for everybody, but that was like the one time I actually had a chance to go to college. After that, I was like, well, if I can't go to school, I'm just gonna keep working. Because I was saving up money for like 4 years, and I put that money into a new car. I was like, alright, well, if I can pay off a good chunk of it here, then I will be able to, you know, save up money, and I'll have like a reliable car that's paid off completely by the time I do get back, you know, assuming that we got back into college, or, you know, got through the pandemic in like another year and a half, right? But we stayed there for a good 3-4 years. I think, you know, of course people are going to say that we're out of it, but we're still in it. We're still recovering from the effects, and we're just getting worse and worse. I'm sorry. But with how things are, it is letting me want to focus on myself, and I realize that focusing on myself is wanting to go back to school. I want to meet more people. I want to have a proper schedule again. I want to be a full-time student. I don't care if I get to live in the, you know, the dorm rooms or anything. That's, if anything, it's probably better to just keep living with my roommate and save money that way. But I guess it also depends on the scholarships I get, right? Yada yada. Yeah, but Zara's alright, just like I don't know how people always have loud as fuck cars. Like, don't get annoyed. Just, I get the fun, I get the thrill, I love revving, right? I love the feeling of the horsepower under your fucking, like, your chest, the feeling of the engine roaring under you, right? I get that. But in terms of like bothering other people, I would still like put it in a muffler, right? Or like have it in a sleeper build. I don't know, just be considerate of other people. I'm not saying that as a person that's like, oh, there's gonna ruin my fucking streaming microphone, audio, woo woo, right? No, it's just like, it is 3 a.m. sometimes. You will hear fucking explosions and popping, and you don't even hear the timber in the exhaust pipe. It's just I just fucking blow back every time. And it's like, man, how are you not annoyed? How does that not like hurt your hearing? Because I'm the type of person that, if I've got the chance, not with gas money right now, but if I had the chance before, I would go out, drive at like 3 or 4 a.m., find a random Waffle House, and just park my ass there, have some hash browns, have a waffle, you know, a light meal, some coffee, and then drive back home after another hour and a half. I would find myself in completely different cities that I've never been to and I never go back to. But in the South, there's always a Waffle House nearby. You cannot go like a mile and a half, not even a mile really, without finding a Waffle House. It's like a save point for the Southerners. When you die, you respawn at the last Waffle House you visited. I guess it's more like a Firelink shrine then. All the Waffle Houses connect. This is nice. I miss drawing for myself. When I finish this commission, I plan on stopping commissions a little bit and just focusing on an animation or focusing on like rendering a proper VTuber setup for me. And then just wanting to go into like an art class as well. Now that I'm back in my state, it does there's so many different places I can go. I wanted to do like whatchamacallit? Wanted to do motherfucking vocal training so that I can actually start using my diaphragm properly and not just like have it all head voice or like nasally, because I understand my voice is nice and it's raspy as hell, but it is almost a decent. It is definitely affecting how I talk. It is definitely affecting the way I enunciate words, right? I've got a proper accent. Not to say that there's improper accents, because some people love accents, right? But I've got like the most generic transatlantic, like 1970s, 1980s, like broadcasting voice. Not voice, broadcasting enunciation, I guess. There is no specific southern twang. I mean, if you get me drunk, if you get me really angry, if you start asking me about it, or if I start playing some Red Dead Redemption 2, well, then you're gonna get the southern coming out. But my normal speaking voice is not exactly... You couldn't put any nomenclature on it, I guess. There's no specific... Oh, he's from real South. He's from the South Carolina. He's got that little twang in it. He's from the, he's from the suburbs. He's from the city. No, it's just like a mix because of how much TV I watched. And they all had like perfect, like, sanitized, very clean, very orchestrated accents and voice acting so that everybody else could caption it properly and also so that you could understand. It's a lot harder to sell a show in proper voice acting if the characters can't be understood, right? Not to say that there isn't some, because Roger Clark had a bit of like northern midwestern slash a bit of a impression from one of his friend's uncles, that because his friend would impersonate his uncle all the time, and so Roger Clark took that and used that as inspiration for Arthur Morgan, right? Completely took it, right? In interviews you can hear him talking about it plenty of times. But that's also the thing, because Arthur's traveled around so much in his adventures, he doesn't exactly have enough of an accent from one specific place. Which is also probably what affects it on my end, because I kept moving out as a kid. There was no, like, real friends I could make. It's every year that I moved out, I lost the friends, and it's like, alright, I'm tired of it. I don't really get to keep them. I don't get to see them ever again, so why bother? Right? Which is how I'm, like, really good at making acquaintances, really good with small talk. Well, not really good with small talk, but, like, able to pick up on vibes and stuff. But in the sense of building a deeper connection, building something that's more, how would you say, something with a lot more depth, with relations that I can actually like consistently rely on. That has been like really rare, and it's been a lot more difficult for me to maintain. With recent experiences though, I want to say that I can do better. And the fact that I'm actually like pushing myself to bring up conflict, not to engage, right, but like, or to start conflict, but I'm saying this in the terms of like, there's an issue that I want resolved. I'm going to bring it up, and I hope that we can resolve it. Because I'm not gonna let it. I'm not gonna. As an old friend used to say, or well, they still say it, but I'm done pussyfooting about issues. If I've got something to say, I'll say it. And if you don't want to talk about it, then fine. I'll drop it there and we can stop being friends. Or we can stop talking. Whichever way works for you, right? But I need to start respecting myself more. Man, these streams are super open. I'm always happier when I can get like more philosophical, more pensive, more rumination. What is the adjective format of rumination? Ruminating. Well, that's the current verb. That's the verb, right? Not as an id. Ruminating is the act. That is the verb. The present tense. Ruminated is the past tense of that verb. Ruminate is currently doing. Ruminating is the third person format, right? Because like, well, that person is ruminating, or I am ruminating as I'm talking first person about my current action, but you're still like not the. I guess that's more like a direct. Is it direct verb or direct object? God damn it! All right, Oxford English. Give me advice. What are we thinking? Ruminate is borrowing from Latin. I don't want the etymology. Meaning and use. I've got to subscribe to that bullshit. Fuck off. As in pondering similar words. I know the adjective, I mean synonyms, but ruminating, contemplating. No. Not pondering. Contemplation, debating, considering, studying, entertaining, questioning. No. I'm talking about like to have ruminated, I suppose, right? But I prefer these kind of streams. They are much more far and few in between. And it's also just the fact that I'm kind of living my life, right? I don't want to have streaming as a full-time job. This is more of a hobby for me. But it's also like a good way to keep, like, you know, hey, I've got an art commission. This is my proof that I'm working on it. Things happen. It won't be weekly, but I try to make it weekly. Which is also why I've got this whole, like, I want to focus on myself again, right? And like build proper connections, or like build better connections. Because I understand that if I don't properly do it, and if I don't start taking care of myself, then I'm gonna lose a part of me. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, that's kind of it. That's like the simple format of it, but this is more like feelings, more rumination, or fucking not rumination, more vibes, I guess. Retro me bone, Spider-Man. Retro me bone. I think too much, and at the same time I don't think enough. It is a weird paradox that I live. Like, I will take forever to debate and contemplate something in my head before acting on it, but then the things I really should be like, should I take the fourth cup of coffee. Not the fourth. I've never gone past 3 cups of coffee. But you know, in cases like, should I actually save my money, build a better future for myself, and just like not go to the event? Or do I get out of my room and like go to the club, realize I hate clubs, and then go home after paying $22 for a bottle of soju for some girls that I didn't even get to talk to after that night? Fucking sorry, that was a bit more personal. I'm still like upset about that, man. $22 for a bottle of soju. I don't care about the girls. I'm more upset about the $22 soju. Bitch was cute. I complimented her tattoos, and the lady, sorry, the girl that was ringing me up, right? Really cute tattoos. She was asking, hey, what are you doing? Like, did you want to order something? Did you want to order food? Like, yeah, could I just get like 1 bottle of soju and like 3 cups of like, you know, shot glasses, right? She came out, put all the shot glasses on top of the handle. Like, all right, here you go. Did you want to keep the tab open? He's like, nah, I'm good. Thank you though. Appreciate it. You know, cool tattoos. Like, oh, thank you. I got it from bada. You know, talk for like 2-3 minutes. Come back out. Friends or acquaintances rather, are heading out, and the next morning I see the $22 charge. It was $5 to get into the club, $20 at the bar tab. Fucking unbelievable. I don't know if she just like gave herself like a $20 tip or something. I wouldn't be upset if it was like $8 or $10. I get it. That's like that. You know, the club is going to charge you money for convenience, right? And the fact that you're in the club because you didn't pregame. But again, I don't go out like that. I don't really go to clubs. This is like my first experience, and it's probably going to be my last one. Unless there's like a Gosmade cafe or something here. There probably is. Knowing this state. God, if only. Oh my god, if there's a Gos cafe or something. Fuck. That's where my money's probably gonna go. Anyway. Mendokusa. Dewa. But yeah, it just... Nope, I'm still mad about $22 soju. Insane. Insane fucking work. I'm gonna finish this skelly. Howdy.
What are you doing here?
Hey, Wadai, how you doing? I'm just still warming up. Thank you for subscribing again. I'm sorry that I don't stream as often as I want to. Good news is though, I'm gonna be focusing on myself again, so hopefully the streams will be back up and running and be much more consistent. How's your day been? I've been philosophizing and ruminating this entire time. Which is generally come out to be the more better streams in my opinion. Not the ones that are like actively like, you know, waiting for reactions and stuff, or like, you know, just playing games like not really talking to anybody, but more in the sense of like, you know, discussing how life has been, you know. Trying to do better, trying to be better. Because that's all I want to do. If I'm not improving, then I feel like I'm stagnating. And I think I have stagnated quite a good chunk. In a sense of like, knowing like, hey, you probably, you know, shouldn't do that, but I did it anyway, and I paid the price for it. But we live and we learn. And if you don't make mistakes, then you're not living. And if you don't make mistakes, you're also not learning. Live and let learn. I never, like, was it Blink 182? Crash 182? Who the fuck sung that Sonic song? Crush 40. Okay. Oops. See, I'm not. Again, I didn't grow up with Sonic Adventure. I grew up with Sonic Heroes. But. Yeah. Speaking of history. Don't ever apologize for not streaming. This is for you. This is more for you, more than the last. Also, if you're on. Thank you, Brain. Also, hope you're now on better things now. Yeah, things are looking up. Things are getting better. I appreciate that. It's it took a turn, but thankfully I got myself back on better terms with myself, and trying to like, what I say. In the attempt to try to do right by others, the situation didn't pan out as well as I wanted it to be, but it wasn't from me not trying or from lack of effort, right? It's just more so because the other person couldn't handle that issue. They lashed out and they hated it. I was like, alright, well, at that point I realized what kind of person you're gonna be, so, you know, toodles. And that's all you can do. You can reach out and offer a hand and like try to be civil about things, but after a certain point, if they don't want it, then you're not gonna get it. Right? You still have to respect yourself plenty and acknowledge like, alright, cool, I tried. We failed. And that's not bad at all. I've been growing a lot recently. This past year has been eye-opening, to say the least. But also in a good way, because if I didn't go through these experiences, then I probably would still be the same impulsive dumbass. Oh shit, Gran Turismo. Oh shit, Gran Turismo. Hold on. I had my very first PlayStation 1, and I think I had either the second game or the first game, and I played the hell out of Gran Turismo. It was a great time. I remember waking up every morning playing it, and I think like a Digimon game as well. But one day I had like an orange juice, an orange cup, right? Kind of juice with me, and I went to go use the bathroom. My brother was with me. Little baby, he's like 4 or 5 years old at this point, right? I'm like 6, and I go to the bathroom. I come back, the juice is spilled over the PlayStation. Everything's ruined. Everything's like just fizzing out, and like, and I lost everything. My memory card, my controller, my fucking PlayStation, all of it gone. You're making me cry. Eh? You need to find someone? No, I'm not crying. Yeah. Crying? But yeah. I still enjoy going back to Gran Turismo music though. It's such a good vibe. Especially like combined with old cable TV, right? If you had Dish Network TV, you could always find a random jazz channel playlist, and it would just be like I want to say the home guide or something. It's like, hey, here's all the channels. If you want it, you can go to the game menu, like play a little Stomping Rabbit game, platformer kind of puzzle, or some other kind of game. But this kind of music would always play. Very nice poetry jazz. And so Gran Turismo, randomly browsing Dish Network TV, and probably a whole bunch of other sources have definitely been like a very big foundation for like my appreciation for music of all types. Thank you for the hug, I appreciate it. I'm still growing. Oh, right. Therapy's actually kicking up too, so I'm doing a lot better with that. We got the whole like background history, all the like, you know, do you have any medical history of this? Does your family have this and that? I'm like, no, I think we're good. So next one should be actually tackling the problems. If I actually talk about my problems or like what it was and the issues that started it, every time I tell somebody, they always want to fight the person that started it, you know? Oh yeah. Gran Turismo 4 now. This is called Hypnosis. This is like you would find this kind of music when you're in the menus. So like building your car, customizing the tires, you know, you could get really, really into the details of like the suspension, the axle, the camber, right? How much grip did you want on the tires? How much loose or how loose did you want the suspension? You know, especially for the, well, not in the PlayStation like 1 days, but like PlayStation 2 and onwards, they really, really got into more of like the real life sim racing, because everyone else was doing arcade racing. I've never thought about it until recently, but I wanted to like get more into doing stuff for my car, like cleaning up the rims, replacing them, taking better care, replacing the disc, not the disc brakes, they've got drum brakes in the back of my Nissan Sentra. They're good for stopping, they last for a good chunk of time, they last longer than disc brakes, but maintaining them is always a pain. And because there's like an internal spring mechanism, right? If I could do something real quick. Okay, so the way a drum brake works, right? You've got the material, let me put it in red. You got the material over here on the bottom and the top, right? And so there's like a whole bunch of springs in between here. When you press the pedal, the springs will push up and out, and they will be rubbing against the drum, right? And so when they push, all of the friction comes in from that, in like the big spacing, right? So that's why they're a lot better at stopping. They've got more surface area. But it also means that all the brake dust gets collected. It doesn't escape. It doesn't go out anywhere. So when you're cleaning it, you have to deal with all the brake dust that's settled inside of it. You've got to deal with the super high powered, super like strong springs, and you have to compress them. You have to be very careful. The moment you let go of it, that thing's gonna fly out at Mach speed, right? So it's dangerous, among other reasons, right? So really good, a lot of surface area, great braking distance, is very hard to maintain and replace, right? Not very hard, but it's a lot more difficult. Whereas with the normal wheels, right? Disc brake will have the basic rotor, little chambers, and the brakes will only be applied on the little corner here. You've got them on both sides, the interior and the exterior. I don't know what I'm going on about this, but I just want to like explain like how this is like what I want to do. You just have to remove the rotor. Sorry, when you press the brakes, this is just applying force internally and externally, right? You've got a lot less area, but because it's open, the brake dust gets to be, you know, spread out evenly. You don't have to worry about cleaning it up until like every now and then, right? Oftentimes it'll wash off, and you don't have to do as much work. There's no springs. The only thing you have to do is like remove the caliper, remove the brakes, and that's it. Yeah, I've done it myself. I've changed the suspension on my car before. I've changed the oil, changed the filters, which is really easy. Replace the suspension, which is probably the heaviest thing I've done to it. But even then, it was like, all right, take 4 bolts off, lift the car, loosen the tires. If you ever want a really good car repair person so that you can save yourself a fuck ton of money, this guy, YouTube, Chris Fix, amazing, amazing, amazing teacher for car stuff. He will tell you the reasons why we're doing it, what it's good for, how you can prevent anything else from happening, and every single step as to like, hey, this car is gonna have this format, but in case you have a different car, or in case you have like a slightly bigger car, here's something that you should look out for, right? So for example, if people think like, oh, I'll just change from one brake type to a different brake type, it'll be the exact same car, the exact same suspension, right? There's a caveat. Because the drum brake has a lot more space, because they've got bigger brakes, they gotta take more pressure, right? So the hydraulic system has different measurements. And so at the very front of the car, there's this thing called a master cylinder. What this thing does is it is measured out to give a specific amount of pressure so that all the brake fluid pumps out and makes the brakes expand and contract. So if you don't have the appropriate brake master cylinder, then the brakes aren't going to be working out. They won't have as much pressure, or they might have too much pressure, right? And so you'll be braking inconsistently. Little things like that I would never have known without ChrisFix. And even then, replacing the brake master cylinder, I keep calling it the brake master. Replacing it is just like taking one hose off, taking two like little clamps off. You pop in, pop out. That's it. Everything else is still the same, assuming you've got it from the same car. Like, you just have to know what you're looking for. That's literally it. But if it's anything electrical, you can switch shop. Don't do it yourself. Anything fuse-wise, anything wire-wise, do not risk that. That's so much more expensive than like getting a bit of metal, getting a piece of like plastic or something and replacing it. Because the computers is where the real money is. That's why engineers get paid so much money. Yeah, I'm not a car person. I promise you. I just like, when I realized that people were charging me $40 to replace an air filter, and all I did was like open a little box, a glove box, reach inside the glove box. We're getting like a side view now, right? Because this is like the little doorway that opens up the glove box. There's like two little screws in here. Take out the screws. Once you take out the screws, the filter's up here. You pop it down, take it out, put in the new filter, and then you close the glove box after putting in, you know, the two screws back on. 20 minutes, and I paid $40 for that before. Fuck that. That's like a whole other filter I could have been putting in. Anyway, back to art. I need to get medicated for my ADHD, because I mean, it's great for streams, right? Like, you could think of it being perfect. Oh, checking for. Hold on. Almost shut up. Wait, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure now. Don't lie, but it's not picking these things up. But that's interesting. I'm lucky I have my brother-in-law who does car stuff, because I don't get it and I'm scared. Intrusive thought make it hard for me to work on cars. Favorite Tekken character is Steve Fox. I love the boxer. I played him. I know he's like super complicated and he's super like difficult, but I love him anyway. Especially because I got into Hajime no Ippo, the boxing anime. That has been like the inspiration for me to want to get into boxing as well. But I also know it's like that is literally the worst sport for me as an artist, because that's just hand damage, right? And the Tekken 4 demo this guy had only had I think Kazuya? No, it was Jin. It was Jin and Paul. Those are like the only two characters you could play with. And Mitsurugi? Who's the samurai? The one with like the funny moves. And like a girl. Nina. You could play as Nina, you could play as Paul, you could play as Jin. And the samurai. Hey, point is, retelling the story like that, like Yoshimitsu, that's him, yes, I think. But I had that on a demo disc, and since I can only play like 2 rounds on the game before the game booted me out, I only had the beach stage and like the helicopter mall stage. Amazing. I just played the fuck out of it. I love it. But with Tekken 7 and Tekken 6, I discovered Steve Fox. I never got the full game for Tekken 4, which I know is when he premiered, but oh my god, I love Steve Fox. I love the parry system. I love his like the fact that there's not as many buttons to press. It's just 2 buttons that you have to press really, really, really specifically. Holy hell. Down forward 1 2 1 2 back 1. Ah shit, wait, hold on. Back 1 1 2 down forward 1 2 plus 1 1 down 1 albatross down forward 2, and if you get spin properly then you can end it with the rushing wolf 1 2. Let's go. Tekken is fun. Going to tournament for dude, best of luck. What's your character? I'll draw them real quick as a good luck charm. If it's the fucking Giganox thing, I'm not gonna support you though. Who's a big Jack? If it's any of the Jacks, I'm not supporting you. Lily? Hey! Oh my god, look at these emotes. Look at all these amazing emotes on screen. You know the funny thing is, I played Nina right after I played Steve Fox, and then I was like, wait a minute. What is the lore in these characters? Because I never went through the story mode, right? And it turns out that Nina is the mother of Steve Fox, and I was like, oh, that sounds about right for me. And then immediately shifted to Hwoarang because he's literally alright from 1 2 going down to 3 4. They're like, okay, I'm still just a 2-button masher. What the fuck is wrong with me? But Hwoarang has hella reach. He's got much more options than Steve. But he doesn't have the Dempsey roll, so yeah. Also, Tekken 4, my characters specifically. Oh my god, they are both really strong in Tekken 4. I think Steve was even stronger in Tekken 5 because of like the positioning of the dance switching. Yeah, especially because he's got like really good frame data. Like his stand, once he gets into like the flamingo stance, flamingo stance, right? All of his 3s and all of his 4s are like really, really quickly. Like they've got high priority, very good frame data, and a bunch of it is really just ducking at the right time. If you can like think of it like a down forward 1 2, sorry, with Kazuya, right, or any of the Mishimas, just down forward 1. You don't have to get an electric or anything. Just like ducking properly is how you beat a Hwoarang. But you also have to know when to do it, because like if he's spamming you with like if his left leg is raised, that thing has like 2 or 3 hits that you can go back to back and then stop or feint into it and then punish it by bringing it over like an overhead. Yeah. You have to wait for that If you see the leg pull back a bit, like if it's going like, you know, if the... Okay, let me try it real quick. This is fun. Right. He's always got his fucking hair hanging over his face. The fucking... Yeah. If you see his leg pulling back like this, like after he's pulled it... Sorry. Let me get a different color, actually. If it's coming back after he's already hit you with a few kicks, then he's gonna probably go for the overhead, and so you do not need to duck. You need to like pull back and then rush in. You'll have a lot more delay on it because of it's an overhead, and it's also like a lot more choreographed, right? It's a lot slower. But if he hits you, you're gonna get knocked up, and then he's gonna give you a combo, right? But if he's just standing neutral, he's in this position, right? Like his leg hasn't moved, his feet hasn't moved or anything, right? Then he's gonna have like 3 different options to keep going from there. He can't just start from the overhead. He can't just give you like a quick 3 flat. Like they're basically gonna be jabs, right? And there's also the option that he can just switch his legs. He can switch the stance immediately, right? And then at that point, if you see the right leg coming over, it's still gonna be the same position, right? But when he's got his left leg down, he's got a lot less mobility, I feel. It's such a specific thing. You have to play Oring to understand. But I feel like he's got more range when his right leg is actually, you know, right leg, left leg. When he's using his left leg to pivot, I feel like he's got more range. Maybe it's also just like the positioning as well, because like you can think of it with boxing, like if you get an orthodox boxer against an orthodox boxer, then it really just comes down to like body build and like who has a longer arm, right? But with if you went southpaw, then the southpaw person would have an advantage against an orthodox person because they've got their stronger hand is more often gonna be on the whatchamacallit, it's gonna be closer to the person, right? I don't know how to explain it. There's a difference. There's a complete difference with his stance. So you have to be careful. Be mindful of it. Definitely practice it. Also, if you know that he's gonna be your weakest character, watch a video on him, like tutorials and things, because like if you know how to defeat if you know your enemy, then you can defeat them, right? But it's also why I hate playing against like the big bulky characters like Jax or like GG or something about it, because like for Steve Fox, there's literally nothing you can do outside of like punish really well, which again is the entire purpose of the character. But punishing a king after he fails his like rising knee or is like a standing wizard, right, is a lot easier than someone who can just press 3 buttons, charge forward, and has super armor on him the entire duration. Like I can't. How do you side? You can't sidestep it either. That's the worst part. It tracks you so well. And I'm saying that as a Steve Fox player again. Tracking, good lord. Oh yeah, there is that move where Horing, like if he'll like kick out. Sorry, he'll kick out and then he'll kick it back in. Right? Be careful with that one. Once you see that second hit, he's gonna have a little bit of delay. Because he's gotta bring his leg from being out here, he's gotta bring it back into that positioning, right? When he gets through that second kick, rush in. There's not a lot of time. That hitbox is extended, so you don't need to get much closer, right? If you've got a good kick, then you've got the option to punish him for it. Or, you know, fucking go for his ankles. You can't protect it as well. Anyway. Oof, I think I just got possessed over there for a minute. Let's make a quick Akko and let's complete this warm-up sketch. Lily, right, I need to draw Lily. Hold on. Lily. And I love the little pose that she does when she's fighting. When she's got both of her hands up, it's almost like it's so elegant. Is there any specific alternative outfit you like the most, or do you go default? I think my favorite one from Tekken 7 was probably like the Winter Chic one, where she's got like a little hat on and everything. An 8 base? Okay. Like an 8. No A, no B, no nothing like that, just... Okay. What are we listening to? Is this Resident Evil? Jojo. Yes! We got some Sly Cooper in here. Oh hey, Ratchet and Clank. We'll go to Ratchet and Clank. Draw really quick Lily. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. You probably put it on a different sketch then. Does music stop? There we go. Actually. I know exactly what I want. Yeah, we got the Tekken 4 OST lined up now. They're not going to be the extended versions of it, so we're just going to keep going. Purple alternate one. Alright, I'm not getting color on that. Unfortunate. Purple alternate one. Oh, the one with like the wings, right? In the back of the hair. Or like a big bow. Might need to go to the actual Tekken page for like the wiki page. Let's see. Tekken 6? No, we want Tekken 8. Purple alternate one. Is it player 2 outfit? What color you did? Look, this just want to use the outfit designer one killer. Oh my god, yeah. I'm a big fan of what they did with Armor King. Like, just everything in Tekken 8 Armor King was like amazing outfits. Okay, let me see if I can find some Lily concept art and I will start this really quickly. Okay. Yep. Here we go. I found a great website. Specifically for the person who drew art for her. Oh. You have to be logged in to look at that. Fuck. I hate Twitter, man. Alright, let's get this started. Yeah, I know. I'm right there with you because I had like 1,000 something followers on there before everything went to shit. I'm realizing now this is gonna be a lot harder because I don't really draw realistic people. I'll do my best. It doesn't have to be super hyper detailed. She's got nose. Not super long nose, but her nose. Why did we stop? Alright. Okay. Fuck it. Have some music. It's okay. We got it back. For some reason, YouTube's playlist has just been like destroyed. The system or something else is just like really messed up. So I just gave up on it. Just gonna have the extended versions of the songs and that'll be it. So, I won't lie. Woke up and rolled over and saw the notification that hopped in. Saturday morning cartoon type shit. Hell yeah. Well, you're getting a lily out of it, so I'm thankful that you joined. But yeah, I also wasn't planning on streaming soon, but I woke up at like 3 a.m. I was like, well, I don't have anything to do for the next, however many hours. Like really focusing on it now. Can I curse here? Yeah, I don't care. Have you heard me? Have you listened to me? This is an adult only stream, so by all means. Really, Crystal, when I'm doing fun, like weekend, no, you're good. I appreciate you asking though. I don't think one, this stream isn't big enough to like worry about sponsors or like, commercials and stuff like that, right? But appreciate it nonetheless. I think you can give like a little bit of color. starts at the elbows. Get rid of. Okay. One more real quick rough draft. But yeah. How are you feeling about it, Obadiah? Let me get coffee. Get my drug. I love this music. Let me change it real quick. Looks sick. Itchin'. That's all I like to hear. This is the song I listen to all the time. With a demo disc. Okay. Coffee got. It's showtime. By the way, wanted to share the thumbnail from the website I shared earlier. Amazing fucking art. And I'm using it as the reference. Like, look at how amazingly detailed that is. Like, good lord. Anyway. I love this song so much. Advertisement coming in like 5 minutes, by the way. You really did. Not to say that Lily's design was ever bad. Like, some of the alternate outfits in Tekken 7 were... I made sure to avoid them, right? But, Tekken 8, I don't think there's actually a bad one. Especially, like, number 3. Number 3 has been my favorite. I think, just... Oh my god, the garters. The extra fluffy, like, what's it, collar? I want to say collar? Collar piece? It's, like, really cute, though. To the art. Oh right, you're subscribed. And you too can also. Sorry. Let's get finer details in here. Tekken 5. Wait, there's a wait, whoa, there's a gene fit? Whoa, hold on. That's important. Hold on. Tekken 5. Tekken 5. Oh, player one. Okay. I didn't play Tekken 5 as much. Okay, the school outfit. Favorite. Biker outfit. Oh my god. What is this? What is this from? Is this Street Fighter? Is this like a Street Fighter crossover? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bark. Respectfully, Bart. Disrespectfully, Bart. Oh my god. You know, I never thought of this kind of energy for Lily, but... Oof. I like how you can just tell the styles, right? Oh my god. Alright. This one... I think this is Tekken 7? Tekken 7 Lily Default 4. Yeah. This one was my favorite from Tekken 4. Something that looks a lot more casual, but still very, very elegant, right? Like, you could see her wearing and walking around. Alright, let me draw. I'm sorry. Oof. And Lily's so fucking cute. I appreciate it, but still just gotta wrangle my own, like, either ADHD or autism or both of them at the same time. Because if I don't, then this art stream's gonna go nowhere, and it's like, I wanted to finish the art commission today. And this is good practice for me too. Like, but this is also exactly what I want to do when I do finish the commission, because like, I want to get back to drawing for people. Like, not for money, but like just for my friends and stuff like that, you know? Because that's where it all started. Just me having fun. Being like, oh, hey, I can do that for you. And then getting really, really expensive tablets later down the line. And I'm looking at another expensive tablet. what I did accidentally. Good, look at it. Yeah, just gotta save a lot. Save up and keep working a lot. That's all it ever comes down to. Those are always the hardest thing because you have to be very, very specific and deliberate with them. This is also like the other part. It's just like you can't just trace over it because it's not the same. think this is as good as I'm gonna get it without going crazy. Rotate. Oh, it's already rotated properly. Okay, okay. More. I like how this is supposed to just be a quick sketch. Yeah, feel bad you're taking longer, but as long as you're... Yeah, absolutely. Don't feel bad. It's just... I always have the intent to do something really quickly, and then I never follow through with it, and then I kind of get distracted and get lost in it, and then that's my fault. It's not something you should be worried about. Because at any point I can always say, I'm done. How thick are the banks? God forbid that the people who commission me look at my streams. They'd be so angry. Oh, this thing's taking months and months. I hope they're doing okay. Pops in. Oh, they're drawing Lily from Tekken. Where the fuck is my art piece? I'm very unprofessional. I do communicate. I always like give them updates, so I try to do my best with that. So they know if I don't do that much, then it really does just turn into poopy. Ours does on the commission of the joy bar will be there. Sometimes you can feel that in your commission. Oh, never mind. Besides, I've waited 3 years before for peace. As long as the artist is going to finish it sometime, I don't care when. Yeah. That's where the whole part of like being responsible and like communicating it, but also like wanting to be better about it. Right? Second 5. Being the stage in daytime reminds me of like the very first few like Steve Fox combo videos I ever watched, and it made me fall in love with him. God, good fucking music too. Sorry, like bumping it up again. Actually, oh yeah, it's fine. I'm not even talking that much, so who cares? There are some people who can do it professionally forever and ever though. Like they just don't really have as much of drawback with it, I guess. Especially if they've always viewed it as like professionally, or they can like, you know, find a good way to like balance it with other like things, you know. Everything in moderation. It would also be a good idea to like consider the fact that some people go to art school for it specifically, and so they've probably also got like better time management skills, or cuts and other formats like make it much easier for them. Whereas that would be a hobbyist, right? Not exactly. I am paid, so if you really want to be technical, then yeah, that would be professional just by the definition of the fact that I get paid sometimes. Job for other people, but it's not a consistent thing. It's not my main job. As much as I would love for it to be, I would also be dreading it because I enjoy having it as a way to like express and let loose, you know. But if I went to art school, I would 100% want to like make it a full-time job. I've also got this idea for like a cafe that I want to like set up to open from like 5 p.m. to like 5 a.m. right, late night to midnight, mid-morning, and then offering like art classes and other artists to just like use a studio for themselves. And if I can get enough people to like pay for a tutor, then you know, everybody that pay for it will obviously get tickets. Or at the very least, the more people that pay for it, the cheaper it'll be for everyone else, essentially. That's a very long time away. Ah, shit. When did my toolbar change? What the hell? What if I just decide to rob you and like put a gun to your face? Like, all right, pay for the commission. There you go. He's up. Okay. Yeah. Oh, fucking Cake Town server would love this. Also, with how many subscriptions you gave me, I feel like this is enough to warrant it, you know? Not to say like, hey, as long as you subscribe, you can get art, you know, but like... And then I'll post it onto Blue Sky. And sneeze. Alright. There we go. Cool. And if you want the actual like proper PNG, I would say find me on Discord or just reach out to me on Blue Sky and I'll like send it through direct message. You can do that in direct message. This is probably the first RPs I've done without drawing an Akko either as a sacrifice. I think I've broken the curse. It's crazy. One real quick sketch then. And yeah, best of luck again. Can you send images on Blue Sky? I don't know. We'll have to find out. You can send links, you can't send them messages or images. Okay. Well, and your Discord handle through there. and I will, reach out, give the proper PNG, and then, yeah. How long have we been streaming? Almost 2 hours. Jesus. It's 10:16. I'll make this real quick. I'll send that when it gets a computer. I'm in one of those states that block TMs on mobile. What the fuck? That's gay. I'm sorry. Wee. What did I miss? I passed out for a moment. I came back. You know, I popped the fuck off. Okie dokie waku waku. I've never heard this song before. I like this song. 9 years ago. Jesus Christ. I fucking... God. I guess the BPM, I guess the fucking drum and snare. Let's go. Anyway, you can tell I listen to a lot of music, especially a lot of drumcore, breakcore, industrial, EDM, techno, rave, house. A lot of break. Oh god, dubstep was like my drug in 2013. Yeah, that's me. I can also play the trumpet with my mouth. But I don't really do that often unless I got like a drink or I'm like really comfortable with people. Alright, I'm stopping. I'm getting actually embarrassed now. I'm gonna put the stream up notification thing right here. And I'm gonna take a break. And we'll go from there. Wow. That's really good art. I guess I myself loving it, but I get it. Hell yeah. I don't know, there's a lot of talents that I don't really share as often because I kind of just want to focus on the art, but like the more comfortable I get with streaming and the more comfortable I am with myself, the more open I'll be with stuff like that, you know? Oh, also Gunstep. Gunstep was really huge of my life. I love the song. Let me download it real quick. Good lord. Yeah. Almond Break. This shit goes. Rest in peace to StreamVod, probably. Alright, let me take a break, put this up. God. I love this music. If anything, I think I'll probably come back to like Osu. Take like a 10-minute break, get some water, use the bathroom, get a snack, whatever. And then I will be playing some Osu for a little bit, destroy the stream bot for like 10-20 minutes, and then get back into doing the art commission. May or may not be here because I'll be getting ready soon. So if I'm not here, have a great rest of your stream. Thank you. I'm happy that you guys joined for it and that you stuck around for like 2 hours while I do the Lily. And also, best of luck at the tournament. I hope it goes well for you. Don't forget, keep calm, look for their patterns. Check and see, do they jump on round start? Do they not jump on round start? Can I punish that? You know, stuff like that. And if you find it worrying, go for their ankles. But also make sure that you're ducking in at appropriate times. Alright. Next song is gonna be a completely different vibe change, by the way. It's still gonna be high BPM, but it's gonna be Cyber Grind from Ultra Kill. So, yeah, it'll be high energy. You know what? I just thought of something real quick before the music starts on this one. Here's another banger. If you need like really good like hype music, Sonic Riders. What's it called? Fucking Babylon. I know boss music. What was it? It was like an instrumental dimension to chord at Babylon something. Theme of Digital Dimension. There you go. Enjoy this. I'll be right back. You're back. Okay. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba-da-bum. About 7 minutes. How much time we got in score? Plus another minute. Okay, 8 minutes. Not too bad. I'm turning it down. Once the song ends, I'll go back to the other playlist. What do we have here? Okay. Over there I left. Hope they have a good luck. Have a good time. I hope they have a good luck. Hope they have a good time at the tournament. I think I'm gonna order something to eat. And then by the time it gets here, I'll take another break, like an hour or something apart. That way, I can have a consistent, 1, have some actual breakfast, 2, take care of myself by taking a break for like 20 something minutes. Probably stopping the stream if I don't have enough progress done by then. Then Sunday I'll finish it up, 100%. If I don't finish it, then I will just like drop my tablet. Yada yada. What is it with the Japanese? I keep bringing up. It just like pops up randomly. There's more specific moments where it pops up randomly, but yeah. God, water tastes so fucking good when it's filtered. I cannot stand people telling me to just take tap water, and it's the same thing. It really isn't. I don't care if I'm bougie about it. I just like quality water. Especially when I was in the north, it was completely different taste. Like even the filtered water tasted different. Like it. All right. Random tangent. That's a really good Aqua Snake. Thank you. Okay, so it's just colors. The line art is done. I just need to do the colors on this one. Slowly building regret on like beatboxing on stream. I don't know why. It just meh. Give me a second. Gotta test something real quick. Why is the microphone like opening so much time? Microphone delay duration. Ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba. About 180 milliseconds to be safe. Microphone volume cut off. It shouldn't be that hard. I mean, does it change? No, I guess it just isn't always open. Alright. Back to different music. I'm sorry, I just realized it like completely went to max volume. That's my fault. I forgot that I had the other one like 10, whereas this one just jumped to like 50. My apologies. I'm sorry. Wow. Really good art to the blue sky. Wow. Wow. I'm not sharing it because it's not safe for work. Random tangent, but Ultraco, I was recently listening to a lot of their music on, and there's like an edit of Glory and the Apostles, the Apostlary, something like that. Glory of the Apostles. Really good mix of both of the songs. They share the same like motif, right? Amazing edit. There's like one part in like a 3-minute mark where I just kind of can't with the transition, but everything else is godly, and I love it. What's this song called? It is called Cyber Grind. It is part of the Ultrakill soundtrack. Also, howdy. How you doing? Oh, you haven't ignored the best part. I got it. I got it. Hold on. Let me shut up. Yeah, and then it just loops. This is the song that plays when you're in the arcade mode. Essentially, you're like fighting through levels and levels and levels to try and get to the highest, as many levels as you can go, essentially, like a survival mode. And this game is insanely fast. I love it to death, but after a certain point, it kind of got like, oof, this is way harder for me. I love it though. If you want more Ultrakill, I will be happy to provide. This is nice. Yeah, let's start going into the music playlist. Oh my god. How have you been, by the way? Thank you for joining the stream. I appreciate it. There's an ad coming in like a minute, by the way. I'm sorry I'm like extra quiet right now. I'm just like... I realized I did not order food just now, which I should be doing. But I've got a little bit of time before I start doing that. I mean, orange is purple and loops are purple and black, so they need to be purple. Okay. But so far I'm vibing. I'm in a good time drawing. I got a lot of stuff done already just for like a friend. But I really need to get working on this mission, because otherwise it's been taking me way too long. And I know communicating it is like, hey, sorry, a lot of things have been going on in life right now. And be a little bit longer, right? But I still want to be proper and responsible about it, because if I say I'm going to do something and I don't commit to it, then I feel terrible, you know? Especially when someone pays me money to do something, like, if it was a favor, like, you know what, I'll take care of the trash or something, like, oh, I forgot to do it today, it's fine. I can always take care of it the next day. But when it is a service that I'm providing, then I'm going to be a lot more adamant on doing things properly. Just one, that builds a good communication and support, and will bring more customers back in the future, or like recommend it, right? Then two, it's also like, it's just good. Having a good fate system and such is always appreciated. Nice music. Tekken 6? Yes, Mystical Forest. Guess there's 65 in the stream time. Oh damn! I didn't realize. I keep getting distracted with the art. I'll get to a certain point real quick and shift the highlights on the purple and the black lining. And then from there we can order something. And then I will be good to go. And then once that food comes through, I'll be able to say, alright, cool. I've drawn for like an hour or something. I think I can take a break. Get something in me. I'll be able to draw better. Draw for a little bit longer. And then after that, take care of the home. I was wondering if people ever look at my art and they don't like, if they ever pick out specific things that I've been missing, like, oh damn, he forgot to like drop this pixel of art or the pixel of color over here. Alright, listen to this song. I'm sorry. There's only so much I can take of each. Fucking Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious, PlayStation 2. The loading screen song. God, that thing took forever to load. Jesus, all the PlayStation 2 driving games today, huh? The only thing missing is Burnout. And Need for Speed Underground. And Midnight Club. And that one really weird off-road Ford game. And that time I tried it just to see if I could. I was gonna catch that reference, Snake. I know, but it's still worth a shot. It's not that far out. Here. Coloring should be the easy part now. All the line work's done. Might have to clean up here and there on the hand. Literally my best like attribute is drawing hand, so. Can barely hear you. What is this? 2 hours ago. Oh my god. Wait, wondering if it's the audio that sounds like hovering or if it's just my... No, my microphone's maxed out. Let me tone it down a bit, actually, on my end. That way it's not like taking too much space or too much audio spacing, right? Okay. Let's continue. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-bam. Let's make it something quick and easy. Nothing too heavy, so I've... if I order something too heavy, I'm gonna end up sleeping. Oh, that, but it's fine. Email. Okay. Right, food. Damn it. Every time. Let's see. I'm sorry, this is like super unprofessional. I'm just like, I need something for breakdown. You know what? I'm gonna be making Italian later tonight, so maybe go for Mexican something. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Food's ready. It'll be here in like 40-ish minutes. Yeah, 30 to 40 something minutes. You got plenty of time. I wanted to play OC a little bit, but I'm realizing like if I don't get this art started, I'm not gonna be able to do anything. Sorry. Every time. If since I've got the space bar or space as a hand feature here, right? When I'm drawing it, it'll let me use a hand tool. But if I press the space bar on YouTube, it will set it to like double speed, and I don't know how to disable that function. I've got like a bunch of different add-ons on my Firefox browser, but even then, that's still like an inherent like function of the YouTube player, so I can't get rid of it entirely. Is there any more red anywhere? No. Okay, Snake. What are we thinking? No, because the selection is going to be a lot more robot. We just go back to the actual like circular thingamajiggy. Then we can fine tune from there. I'm not going to use the fill tool. gonna keep working around the little roots and the edges we can clean up later on our own. Right now we just want to focus on getting as much sun with as little effort as possible. We're gonna be efficient with it. Okay. Is that done? This side? I keep looking at the chat because the OBS layout has like this I want to say revolving. It's more just like it'll change the window or like give you a notification like, hey, here's your update on this and this and that, right? Which is good for me because like any movement will like get my attention, but also really annoying because it'll start distracting me from what I'm doing halfway through the process of it. Kinda wishing I had an option to like pick and choose exactly or like change the timer on it or something. Right. Ridge Racer. I've never played it, unfortunately. The only thing I know about it is the meme. Some kind of ET presentation. Funny moment. I know what this is. This is culture. This is very important culture. I just chugged all of my coffee in one go. Oh yeah, we're moving. Loving this so much. Good lord. I think that there's a producer, a whole studio in 2004, 2003, not even, right? And they just pumped this shit out like it wasn't anything. Like you can go to raves and parties and clubs, you'll never find anything as good as this. 90s and 2000s music producing was something different, especially for like indie artists and video game developers. I will wholeheartedly believe all the studying, all the professional like understanding has yet to be topped. And we're still making great music today, right? But the aesthetic and the musical knowledge that you need to get into like gaming like this, or even just independent music creating, is still much more soulful. Like, what the fuck do you do with that? Oh my god. Absolutely inspirational. My arm, my arm hairs are standing up after that. We're gonna, YouTube playlist decided to take it back a bit. We're gonna have more coffee. Not me having more coffee. I'm more just, like, literally the song is called Coffee. Coffee Zone. You know, truth be told, I'm also still talking out of my ass because, like, I have no amount of music theory or music like understanding. The closest I can get would be like having either really close to pitch perfect or like understanding a few cowboy chords on the guitar. I can't read music sheets. I don't know the exact timing of 1/4s, 2/4s, you know, 1/8s, 3/8s, right? And so on and so forth. I kind of understand the major and minor scale and the implications of like having a specific motive or energy behind it, a feeling, right? More jovial, more depressing, more ominous. And that's mostly because there's a YouTuber who went over those specific materials and understanding the theory behind not only just Jax's music and from like Digital Circus, but like there's also one for Undertale, Deltarune, and such like that. Especially the Third Sanctuary, there's a whole video. Scruffy? Not Scruffy. She's got a really nice voice, but like I can't remember what her name was. Anyway. So I'm just saying this to like take all the words I'm saying with a grain of salt. Cause I do be talking on my ass. But the emotions are there for a reason. I really do feel that way. Because the fill tool is not working anymore. Cool. Oh, I haven't heard this one. This is new. I'm hearing a new song and the remix version of a new song before actually listening to the original. That's fine. No. I believe I'm yawning after like taking what feels like 12 ounces of coffee in one go. It's not weak either. Like I finally got my drip brewing coffee. I just placed like 4 cups of it into the fridge after breaking like another 4 cups early in the morning. Wait, no, the whole pitcher is 4 cups. So if I took 2 cups of coffee today in my thermos. So there's 2 cups left in the fridge. And I'm loving it. I've got my proper coffee. I've got like actual, it's called Big Bang coffee. And you're supposed to put like 4 tablespoons of it. It is expected to be about, with just like a cup, it should be about like 70 to 80 milligrams of caffeine. Right? Which is a bit stronger, especially if you got like a proper drip brewing method. And filtration system and such and so on and so forth, blah 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 blah. Really good. Since I made 4 cups on it, I put 4 tablespoons, or no, I put 6 tablespoons of coffee in there. You're supposed to put 3 to 4 for every cup, right? It's a little bit diluted, but I'm also looking at it like that's 400 milligrams of caffeine, like 100 per cup minimum, right? So I'm definitely energized. And in about 30 something minutes to 60 something minutes, the caffeine will kick in and we'll be able to tell. Do it again. Let's just change the playlist where I don't have to worry about the one. There's an advertisement in 15 seconds. to just not have to worry about copyright as easily or as much. Fighting game music has such a good vibe. Like, you think it'd be a lot more high pitched, but like, no, dude, got really good menu music as well. Why does he just keep forming into a block? What the fuck? Like really quiet right now, I'm sorry. When I start to do content coloring, it's just, it takes a lot more processing power in my head. It's like, I gotta really focus on it, or I can't do it at all. Okay, think up a little bit brighter, curve it up a little bit more. That should be good for highlights. Beautiful. Okay. Your standard highlights again. Needs to be highlighted a little bit. We're almost done. Food's almost here. Now I'll be taking a break for 80 close. Pretty soon. Oh, my order's here. Okay. Let me go grab that and I'll end the stream here. You know, I just realized the person who got the Lily art was the person who commissioned the damn the Ava art. I'm like 80% sure right now. Yeah, no. So they were in stream. They got a sketch, a proper like work sketch, and I'm over here worrying like, man, I hope the person who commissioned me doesn't look at me drawing art that has nothing to do with the commission. So yeah, they got a 2-hour illustration. Or did Graham, can I help you? Okay, baby. Yeah, I don't have to worry about as much. Yeah, but yeah. I'm going to end the stream here. I'm gonna get some food. Give Graham lots of kisses. And bother him, and probably just relax, clean the place up a bit, do some chores. Fucking claws. And go from there. I hope to stream tomorrow. Tomorrow? I need food. I need to get some rest. Planning on streaming tomorrow as well. Once I finish the art piece, it's really just getting the highlights and getting more of the last few keys that are supposed to be wrapping around her finger. There's also supposed to be like bandages that are wrapping around her neck and her like arms. That will literally be it, just like another hour, maybe 2 hours max. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed me yapping for like the first 2 hours and then like getting really quiet because colors take a lot of energy mentally for me to finish. You fat fuck. And I hope you guys have a good day. Drink water and stay safe, okay? I'm gonna let this last song play out and then we will